Alright, so I was just in the middle of recording my groundbreaking, boundary-pushing, 10 out of 10 album, Psych After Dark, coming October 30th, or December 30th, not October 30th. But my headphones decided, no, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to do this instead. We're going to go through all of Ziz. I haven't done one of these in a long time, so this will probably be around the length of my original collection video. So yeah, we got quite a bit to cover, and of course we're starting with the most embarrassing album of the bunch, Arctic Monkeys' Favorite Worst Nightmare. I am truly disgusted by the fact that I like this album. It's very, very embarrassing, but I do like it a lot. It comes with that insert. The vinyl looks like this. There's the title and the songs on this side, and this thing that's on the CD on this side. I've had the CD for a while, but I figured I would get the vinyl since it is one of my favorite albums of all time. Don't listen to this, because you're either gonna love it, which is embarrassing, or you're gonna hate it, which will make me embarrassed. So, yeah, Arctic Monkeys' Favorite Worst Nightmare. Next is Black Midi Hellfire. This album is phenomenal. Probably my album of the year 2022. Well, definitely my album of the year 2022 now that I'm looking back at it. But, yeah, all these, the tracks and the lyrics and stuff. And then in here, well, there's the sticker that came with the record right here. And the vinyl is, this is, I believe, the cover for, wait, no, this is just a little bit of the cover of the album. Yeah, it's just the album cover. So yeah, incredible album. Please listen. One of the best of the decade, so far for sure. Probably like top 5 of the decade so far. It's really, 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 really good. Alright. Next. It was used, okay? I'm sorry. I had to. It's my favorite album of all time. It's like, I had to, okay? I didn't get it on their website or whatever. I got it for Christmas used, okay? We got this black, whatever, with this truly hideous font that is all over the packaging. I don't know why they picked this font. Truly bewildering. But, yeah, the vinyl looks like this. London Fog, which, if you're like me, you were familiar with far before you got the album. Yeah. There is also, there is also this lyric sheet with, again, the this hideous font that they chose. This is like an iMovie font or something. I have no idea why they chose this font. Yeah, it's my favorite album of all time. If you don't know enough about this band to know about the reason why I am, being so weird about it, good for you. Keep it that way. The less people that know about Alexis Marshall, the better. Alright, next up, a huge one. probably like one of my biggest, rarest, most expensive Christmas records. We got Death Grips X Military. There's the track list on the back. Very minimal packaging. It's just the band name, the album title, and the song titles. And on the back is just the song titles in front of a red background. I gave it a spin. Sounds fantastic. This is my favorite mixtape of all time. So I'm extremely happy to have it on vinyl. Yeah, Death Grips Ex-Military. Check it out. It's a classic. I don't know if... I guess Ex-Military, we don't know if Ex-Military is a classic, really. That one I feel like is more up to like how it ages, but I think the Money Store is a pretty solidified classic. I feel like we can say the Money Store is a classic at this point. Next, more Death Grips Government Plates. I already had Government Plates, but it's a Death Grips reissue. I had to get it. Yeah, here's the back with all this stuff. Here's this. And then there's also song titles with this. And my, it's a different color from the previous pressing. It is clear. And also all the colors are, like, slightly faded and weird. But, whatever. Sounds great. Gave it a spin. Sounds fantastic. It's a fantastic album. Death Grips, best band of all time. Listen. Next, we got another huge rarity. Frank Ocean with Blonde. He reissued this... Uh-oh. I just bent it a little bit. That's very sad. Oh, well. He reissued this album very recently, and it was up on his website for like 2 hours before it got taken off because it was sold out. But, yeah. Wow. Wow. Flower. It smells really nice. It's like the thing looks like this. Whoa. This is an incredible album. If you think you don't like it, listen again and again and again and again, like I did, and you eventually will like it. There's this and this. These poster. It's really dumb. I'm never gonna put this poster up. But you know. And then also on the other side. Oh my god. By the way, it smells amazing. This vinyl smells fantastic. It smells so nice. It's like, oh my god. And the texture is amazing too. It's really just a delight to have. And it also comes with this beautiful lyric sheet. Which is one of the prettiest lyric sheets, in my opinion. Yes, Frank Ocean Blonde. I am assuming that you have heard it, because it's Frank Ocean Blonde. Everybody has heard this album. Yeah, incredible, amazing. It's so well regarded for a reason. And, it's also, the vinyl's very big, very beefy, probably the beefiest, heftiest double record I have, even more so than, To Pimp a Butterfly. Next up is one of my favorites of the year, JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown, Scaring the Hose. There's the cover. Rated X by an all-white jury. Here's a little collage of Peggy and Danny. This is probably my second favorite album of the year. This is a Urban Outfitters exclusive vinyl that I got for Hanukkah. Yeah. Incredible. Amazing. Amazing. Lesbians. This is a little throwback to 2018. Or not 2019. He's like a pedophile or something. I don't know. I don't know much about JLP, honestly. I just like the prehistoric memes about him. Alright, Silver Mount Zion, he's left us alone, but shafts of light sometimes grace the corner of our rooms. This is my third favorite album of all time. It is incredible, enchanting, once-in-a-lifetime album. He's definitely my favorite album on Constellation, which is my favorite label. Wow! There's the names of each disc on the CD, but, you know, I don't have the CD. I'm just assuming that it's the name of each disc because on all the websites is listed as disc 1 and disc 2. Yeah. Unbelievably good album. Phenomenal album. Listen today. Sufjan Stevens, Javelin. I got this today. One of Sufjan's best. One of the best of the year. It was amazing. Here's this book of really truly hideous artwork. In the same style as the cover art, which is by far my least favorite thing about the album. So, you know, there's that book. I'm sure it's very personal and, like, to Sufjan and stuff. I'm sorry. If you're watching this, Sufjan Stevens. But, yeah. Here's the vinyl. Very beautiful. Not the vinyl, the inner sleeve. And then, I got the lemonade color, in the vinyl exclusive. I do like how the vinyl looks with these weird faces. This one looks a little bit like Rihanna, but I may just be tripping. I have no idea who this one is, though. Yeah, this album is enchanting, beautiful, amazing. Listen today. Yeah, it's amazing. I don't like it as much as Illinois. Actually, I might, the more listens I give it, I think it's, like, on the same level as Illinois. They're both unbelievably amazing. Alright, next up, Swans. My Father Will Guide Me Up a Rope to the Sky. This is the original pressing of the album. There's the lyrics here. And there's also this. The vinyl looks like this. Standard Swans, you know, whatever. But, yeah, it's great that I have this record. Any day where you get a new Swans record is a good day, okay? Swans are the best, okay? They're just the best. This was in the used bin. It's the original pressing. Amazing. Fantastic. Wonderful record. One of their best, in my opinion. Definitely one of the most underrated. Because it gets kind of outshined by the trilogy. Which, I don't know if we covered the Glowing Man. Whatever. I'm just gonna assume that we did. Tired Minds. The Body is a Burden. I'm guessing 90% of you have no clue what this is. This is Album of the Year. It's unbelievably good. It's a 10. I recorded a review for it, and I edited the review, but for some reason I never put it out, and I said some things in that review that I now disagree with. But, yeah, it's Album of the Year. If Little Sims Sometimes I Might Be Introvert didn't exist, it would be Album of the Decade. And it's an EP. It's not even an album. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah. Tyler, the Creator, Wolf. I'm gonna skip right now because I just don't care that much right now. But, you know, that album's okay. Next is this massive Microphones box set. The Microphones, one of my favorite bands of all time. Phil Elverum, one of my favorite frontmen of all time. Mount Eerie, one of my favorite solo spin-off projects of all time. This box set contains this book with all this bleh. It's this book goes along with the Microphones in 2020 album, which is a phenomenal album. And you're supposed to look at this while you listen to the album. And it also contains a bunch of download codes that I'm not going to show you because they're my download codes. Next is Early Tapes 1996 through 1998. This is just like a sort of like a collection of the tracks that weren't released on vinyl. Just like an assortment of tracks from the projects that were released on vinyl. You know, I'm kind of sad that they don't have Tests on vinyl, but, you know, whatever. Tests is an amazing project, though. Everyone should go listen to Tests. Alright, this is Don't Wake Me Up from back when they were just called Microphones. And I'm honestly not super crazy about this one. Definitely my least favorite of their, like, main releases. Oh my god. Every time, dude. Every time. Every time this slips out, and I need to put it back in. That's why I don't like this type of box set where it's like on its side and like it's like things can fall. I like it more when they're like stacked on top of each other. And see, like this is very tumultuous. Okay, this is very troublesome. All right, but yeah. Next, yeah, Don't Wake Me Up. Not super crazy about this one. It's got this cool lyric sheet, a big lyric sheet for you. Phil really likes big scrolling stuff for some reason. I'm pretty sure this was back when Microphones was a solo project with just Phil. But correct me if I'm wrong. There you go. There's the vinyl. It might look a little different from yours because, you know, all of the things on the vinyl are the same template in the box set, which I assume was not how it was when they were originally released. But yeah. The song was still pretty good, still worth a listen. Still some solid lo-fi indie folk. Just not nearly as good as what the band would go on to do. On their next record, it was Hot We Stayed in the Water. This is a fantastic album, amazing album, a wonderful album. I don't have too many complaints with it. I think there was like one song that I wasn't super into. But, yeah, overall, this is a fantastic album. Lots of great tracks on here, including The Glow Part 1, which is the predecessor to, you know, the Glow Up Part 2, which is, you know. Yeah. There's this stuff. Alright. Next, we have The Glow Part 2. Well, I guess I should be holding it like this, because that's how it's gonna be on your shelf if you buy it by itself. Ooh, bars? I didn't mean to spit there. Here's the gatefold. Looks very nice. And, this, which is kind of unnecessary, in my opinion, and just makes things annoying, because, like, you know, like, it could have just been like this. We could have just, in a perfect world, it would just be this, okay? But now it's all complicated, and we got this, and there's nothing on the spine, and it's like, no, I don't like this. But, you know, whatever. The album is a 10. It's a masterpiece. You know that. Here's this. Very beautiful. And then lyrics, endless lyrics, because it's a very, very, very long album. Over an hour long. Easily the longest Microphones album. Yeah, the vinyl itself is pretty much the same as all the other ones. I won't bother showing each and every one. So yeah, amazing. Please listen. Please, 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 please listen. It's one of the best albums of all time. It's a masterpiece. It is perfect. Next, Song Islands. This is a compilation that came out in between The Glow Part 2 and Mount Eerie. It does a little foldy fold, which is cute. One of my favorite covers ever, but I'm not super into this compilation, even though it does have some bangers on it. I wish this box set included, like, the Blood EP or the Window EP. The Window EP is especially confusing because it's the cover of the box set, but it's not included in the box set. Whatever. But the Mount Eerie, though. This is the album Mount Eerie, which I should listen to more. Even though I have listened to it quite a few times, and I do greatly enjoy it. It just feels a lot more taxing than Glow Part 2 for some reason, even though it's shorter. I guess because the songs are a lot, like, grander and huger. Like, oh my god, and, you know, there's that. But yeah, it's an amazing album, and it was a pretty solid swan song for the band, especially considering Phil's next project, which was called Mount Eerie, and he's gone by that name ever since. However, they put out Microphones in 2020 later. In 2020. They put out Microphones in 2020. Fun fact. They didn't actually put it out in 2019. Here's this stuff. Whoa. This is an amazing swan song for the band. Great finale to the Microphones saga. Sort of just like a recap. Pretty much just like a recap album of the whole career of the Microphones. And, you know, their origins and how, like, the backstory of every album. And it's, really beautiful. It has some, yeah, it has a gorgeous breakdown near the end. It's a fantastic listen, and I highly encourage you to listen to it, especially while reading the book, that goes along with it. Well, not really reading, just looking at, because there's not much to read. But yeah, it's mainly just an art book that goes along with the album. Or if you're a cheapskate, you can watch Phil open up all the stuff from the book while the album plays on YouTube. Alright, next, we got the last entry of this video, another box set, the Neutral Milk Hotel box set. Alright, so first things first, we got these two posters. I don't really feel like opening them right now. You can Google it, whatever. In the Aeroplane Over the Sea. This isn't in chronological order. This is just in whatever order, apparently. I don't know what order this is in exactly, but whatever. In the Aeroplane Over the Sea, I already have, but you know, it's my favorite album of all time. So I am not, you know, upset about owning second favorite album of all time. So I'm not super upset about owning 2 copies. So there you go. You can watch my other vinyl collection video to see my other very slightly different vinyl that contains an insert that is not in this one. So yeah. Next is the I believe deluxe version of On Avery Island, because the 1 LP version there's a 1 LP version, and it's not a very long album, so I'm pretty sure this is a deluxe version. I have not listened to On Avery Island very much, so you could tell me it's the deluxe version, and I would be like, oh cool, even if it was the original album. But yeah, here's this. This is pretty cute. This album's pretty okay. You know, it's fine. Jeff Mangum, live at Jittery Joe's. I gotta listen to this thing on vinyl. I've listened to a couple tracks on streaming. It's in this pretty gorgeous picture disc. I don't know why I took it out. You can see the picture disc. Yeah, love it. Love the songs I've heard. I'm very tired. Ferris Wheel on Fire EP. This is my second favorite Neutral Milk Hotel project, behind In the Aeroplane Over the Sea. Lots of just great songs on here. Lots of great songs. You know, it's a little one. It's a 7-inch, or 12-inch, not a 7-inch, or 10-inch. I get this shit confused so often, you have no idea. Like, I literally, people have to remind me so often, like, which ones are 10-inch, which ones are 7-inch, which ones are 12-inch. Oh my god, just go in. Alright. But yeah. Ferris Wheel on Fire. Great project. Fantastic project. Next up is Everything Is. Another amazing project. The debut commercial Neutral Milk Hotel project. Here's this really cute illustration, which I believe this was released on vinyl when it first released, because it has like a design on the vinyl, which the other ones don't. Next is a double single with Holland 1945 and Engine. This is a 7-inch. There you go. Very, very cute. Very, very little. Got this really nice design going. And, yeah. I have not this is probably like a cover or something, like a alternate take, something like that. I haven't listened, but if it's just literally the songs Holland 1945 and Engine, those are two of my favorite songs of all time, so I mean, you know, cool. Here's You've Passed and Where You'll Find Me Now, which I believe these are alternate versions, if I remember correctly, about the streaming version. They're alternate takes, or maybe it's Where You'll Find Me Now alternate take, and no, because You've Passed is You've Passed on Avery? I don't remember. It's been a while. All I remember is I'm not a huge fan of one of these songs, but I really like the other one. And then last and probably least is Little Birds, a song that I don't like very much. One of my least favorite Neutral Milk Hotel songs. It's not as bad as the closer on Avery. That's not a high bar, though. This is the 2014 version in, like, a demo thing. Or 2011 version and, like, a really old demo. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I will make another one of these, next December. And, yeah. I'm going to put these all back quickly. Alright. Yep. See you later.